So this is the new Supernote A5X2 Manta, which was just released in December. It came in this rather beautiful box, and also coming with it was some rather unexpected goodies, which I thought was really kind of the Supernote team, just to make it a little bit of extra special. These stickers and a lovely bag. Of course, I've now received this in January. I received this on the 6th of January, having ordered it on the 12th of December. And I can't wait to get into it. It's got this sticky label just here, which is rather tricky to put back. But I managed to. It comes with two pull tabs for the main parts, the Manta itself and the half folio, and then a little baby tab for the pen. Here comes the pen now. Petite little box. And this tab doesn't do anything other than help you get it out of the main part of the box. And it has a little magnet in the flap. And here it is. Now, I got the Lamy pen, the Crystal Lamy pen, which is more beautiful in the flesh, as it were, than it is in the pictures on the website. I think others have said they don't like the look of it, but I really do. It's sort of clear all the way around, and you can see the insert, and oh, that's really nice. I'm looking forward to writing with that. Unfortunately, my focus is not great here, but it does actually have Supernote written on the side. And when you open it, it has that rather unpleasant little squeaky sound, and there's the ceramic never replace nib. And it has a satisfying click. So I guess the next thing to do is to pull out the folio, which is the top one. It's quite tricky to get out on camera. And here it is. Just put that to one side for the moment because I really want to get the Manta itself out. So this is a bit heavier, this one, obviously, because it's the actual device, and somehow I've managed to hold it upside down, which wasn't that clever of me. Oh, it does look good. I'll have to find my scissors in a moment. Oh, squeaky. Ah, the folio's back again. I think I decided that I would open the folio first after all. These are handmade scissors by Craftsman, Traditional Craftsman in Sheffield, UK. They're supposed to be used for sewing, but I thought they looked quite nice on the video. So we're opening the cellophane now, and it'll be off in a second. Oh, it's very squeaky. Here it comes. Perfect. I'll just get rid of that. And here we are. It has another magnet in the flap, and when you open it, there is an installation guide on the side, and it shows you that you need to clip it in to the side of the left side of the Manta. The material is kind of strange. It's obviously artificial. It's not leather, so it just pops out straight away. But it does feel something a bit like sort of leathery rubber, maybe. It has a little card insert, and that there are little holes in the Manta, which I'll show you later, where it clips in. So Supernote decided to go with a half folio, which means that it only covers the front of the device in order to improve the thinness, I guess. And despite being grey, I think it's actually quite a classy colour. I'm hoping in the future that they maybe branch out to some more interesting colours, because I would most certainly buy one of those, I think. So back to the Manta itself. I shall get my scissors out again. Snip, snip. Now, while I was waiting for this, I was eagerly looking on Reddit to see when everyone else was getting theirs shipped. And I think I must be amongst some of the first of the people in the UK to get the Manta. It seems like it's like hen's teeth at the moment. So another magnet. Here's the little pen loop that comes with it, and here's the place where you pull it out. That is a very interesting texture, kind of squishy, so I guess it's protected it really well in the box. Underneath the Manta itself is this quick start guide, which is pretty handy. Oh, yep, some specifications, Japanese on that side and some Chinese on that side, so I'll just put that to one side for the moment. Here is a USB. As you can see, it has that strange right-angled USB connector, which is perfect. It sits at the top. Here is a little screwdriver. I am not a pen, it says. Please do not scratch the surface with me. Now these things here I know already. This is for, if you decide not to use the pen loop, you can put that in the pen loop holes to keep the dust out. And here are 2 different sizes of pen loop and an adjustable pen loop in case you want to make your own DIY. So if we remove the box, finally we get to the Manta itself. Now this is very nice paper and I don't really want to tear it, but I feel it's probably going to be teary. I shall try and pull it out without tearing the paper, but no, I think it's got adhesive on the back. It's actually stuck in there. You can't pull it out, I don't think, so I'm going to have to tear it, which seems kind of a shame after all of that. It's quite an effort. And there we go, and here it is. So what I immediately noticed when I pulled it out was really quite how light and thin it is. Do not remove the film, by the way. It's attached to the screen. We need the Feel-Rite film. And at the top edge, there is the USB for charging and for getting your things off, and there's the button. On the bottom there's nothing. On the sides, the left-hand side, there are the holes. I guess those 3 pins in the middle might be for some accessories in the future, perhaps a keyboard or something like that. Now, it's quite tricky doing this on camera because I couldn't quite see the angle of where it actually goes in. I'm making a bit of a hash of this, I think. Yeah. But I got there in the end, and there it goes. Perfect. So it is so neat. It folds so nicely. And when you fold it back, it lies flat on the table. Look at that. Somebody's really thought about that. So let's turn it on. I think I turned it on the first time. I'm not sure. Maybe use the other hand in case that's got the magic charm. Not sure how long you need to put it on for. Ah, here we are. Here's the loading screen. So I guess we just wait. I think I might remove these scissors just in case. Not always a good idea to have pointy objects around and about. So we've come to the first screen. The language is most certainly English that we want. And then the device management server, United States. This is where updates come from. Oh, I'm going to do the Wi-Fi off screen. So on to the next part, and this is setting the date and time. So I want 24-hour format. I'm happy for the network to set it. Greenwich Mean Time, yup. And I want to select the British date format, which is the 6th of January. Maybe I should use this pen. What do you think? Okay, so the current date and time is how I like it. That's perfect. Of course, I'm going to be very willing to help optimize the Supernote. I am indeed right-handed. So that's already set for me, which is so nice that they support the lefties as well. I know many lefties, and they deserve to be supported too. So this is a tutorial in how to use these sidebars. There's 2 sidebars, one on each side, and they support a number of gestures that are really helpful for your workflow. I'm a bit clueless here, so I'm going to give it a go and see how these work. Okay, so we slide one finger down on the right sidebar, and what does this do? Oh, it produces this quick access menu, and we're going to create a new note. This is very exciting. This is our first note. I think that all seems fine. Tap create to enter a standard note. Okay. Okay, it didn't register that touch, I don't think, from the side of the pen. Awesome, we've created our first note. Let us check now. Hello? Okay. Introduction to the tools, there's lots of pens. Redo and so on, insert pages. Awesome. Double tap the screen. Oh, obviously haven't figured out how a double tap works, but you still use that. Oh, and now double tap with one finger the page number to hide it. I figured it out by now. So this is holding the toolbar and allowing it to float by pulling it out. I've seen this before, so then we can do the same and pull it up to the top. And we can also shorten it, make it smaller, and we can put it back. Apparently I was not doing it correctly. So let's give the handwriting a go. This is very exciting, my first chance to use this new pen. And let's write in English. Hello. So as I was doing this, I was thinking that I could detect ever so slightly the tiny stickiness that other people have reported. But it's strange because the writing feel is not like paper at all. It is very much quite slick and a bit like writing on plastic, which is what you're actually doing. But after this first note, I stopped noticing that slight stickiness. So what do we do now? That's the question, isn't it? I think I would quite like to see about the handwriting in Korean, because there's no Korean keyboard on the Manta, which is a little bit frustrating. But they do have handwriting recognition. So you can add a handwriting keyboard, which is what I'm going to do now. And they have some already installed, and there is a big long list of languages that they support in handwriting. So I think Korean is at the end. There we are, 한국어. We're going to download. It seems fairly quick. So once this is downloaded, the handwriting recognition will be on the device, so it won't be sending your data to the cloud anywhere. I think I'll add in British English as well, English United Kingdom. Let's do the new note. I have to go back again. Select the, oh dear, this is definitely a user interface user fail. So when you do that, it goes back into the note and you have to restart the new note again, which is a little frustrating, but this time at least it does actually say Korean. It is a system-wide setting, so once you've set it, it's the same for all of the real-time recognition notes that you might want to use. Let's have some slightly thinner lines, create, and off we go. So I'm using the default needle nibbed pen, and it does take a bit of getting used to, and oh my goodness, I do apologise for that really terrible Korean handwriting. So I've just clicked the recognise button, which is like an A. It is doing the recognition. It's taking longer than I expected for a single word, which just means hello. Well, this takes a little while, doesn't it? 안녕하세요. 대박. So I've been learning Korean for a little while now. I think I might try something a bit more. So we're going to say Happy New Year, which is 새해 복 많이 받으세요. My spelling notwithstanding. it is quite tricky writing on it when you're not used to it. Let's see what it makes of those little happy, smiley circumflexes, which is very commonly used in vernacular Korean to indicate a smile. So once again, it's taking quite a long time doing this recognising. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. And it has put the little circumflex in, but it hasn't really recognised it as what it is, which is like a little emoji. So that just leaves me with one final message, I think. And apparently I can't spell. So this is me trying to use the lasso tool. If you put 2 fingers on the screen and then encircle an object, you get a little menu bar which allows you to do things with it like delete it and more. So I think we're done with the unboxing and trying the basic features today. I still can't spell. Never mind. Sometimes you just make mistakes. See you next time.